Welcome, ladies and gentlemen, to PlayOnSports.com, your destination for high school sports. It's great to have you with us. As always, Sean Hennessy here with you, joined along my left side, PJ Klee. We're broadcasting to you live from Newark Memorial High School, and right now we are underway for these wrestling finals, the 2013 NCS Wrestling Finals. PJ, we are witnessing the 113-pound weight class featuring Joey Vigil and Brian Guerrero. First period underway between these two.
Vigil in on a leg. Vigil's working for a takedown. Brian Guerrero has a wizard.
Vigil out of Heritage High School with an overall record of 34-4. Brian Guerrero, I beg your pardon, out of Rancho Cotati, 23-5.
Vigil's trying to get behind with the ankle in a wizard. Oh, and he locked up a cradle. And the ref is about to give him two once he breaks Brian's lock. There's two.
And PJ, you said it. There it is. Immediately 2 points rewarded.
So Vigil starts off the first round with a 2-point takedown against Brian Guerrero.
And Vigil, for the folks watching at home, in the white uniform. Guerrero in the navy uniform. Vigil up early 2-0 with 35 seconds left in period number one.
Vigil has a deep, tight waist in, looking for a turn. But Brian's fighting it off pretty well.
And PJ, at this point, with Joey putting on that pressure, what are you doing if you're the bottom man right now? Just trying to hold your own? What's your game plan or your strategy at this point?
Right now, you kind of have to hold your own, just fight off what he's doing. Right now, Brian actually got a stalling call for not working too much on bottom, and that concludes the first period.
If you're tuning in, folks, welcome. This is PlayOnSports.com's live coverage of the 2013 North Coast Section Boys Wrestling Finals, and you are witnessing the 113-pound weight class as we start period number two. It is 2-0 in favor of Joey Vigil in the white uniform. In the neutral position they go. And beautiful facility here, PJ, at Newark Memorial High School. A packed house for these wrestling finals. One of the nicest gyms I've seen in the entire San Francisco Bay Area. A gym that is specifically designed for wrestling and basketball.
Yeah, it's a great place to hold NCS, and it's been here for years. And Vigil with another takedown from that sweep single. And Brian just is on bottom working for something.
Vigil trying to get that left arm under. Now he takes the right.
Vigil with goes. Vigil has the ankle hooked, trying to work for cross wrist and break Brian down.
And for the folks at home, PJ, that are watching in, perhaps for the first time and watching their first wrestling match, right here you see Joey Vigil on top. He's trying to gain position. And right now, Guerrero's struggling a bit, it appears.
Yes.
For the folks that are watching in at home for the first time right now, in your opinion, what does Brian need to do, not only to get back in this match because he trails 4-0, what does he need to do to gain momentum to try to tie this thing up?
To get back in this match right now, Brian needs to get an escape. But to do that, he has to get his hands free. Vigil's tying him up pretty well on top. So it's tough for him. He's got to get one in this round with 18 seconds left. 17.
Vigil with the left foot.
He's a vicious rider.
Outside the ring, both players still inside with under 10 seconds left here in period number two. And right there you saw Guerrero trying his best to get upright, but just thrown right back down by Joey. And both wrestlers so far, PJ, a little gassed after all that momentum spent on the ground.
Yeah. It's pretty tiring being on bottom. And it looks like there's blood time from Brian Guerrero. He's got a bloody nose.
So the officials will take a moment to fix Mr. Guerrero's bloody nose as we get ready to start period number three. my analyst for this evening's matchup, PJ Klee, with all sorts of wrestling knowledge under his belt as we are tuning into the 2013 North Coast Section Boys Wrestling Finals here at Newark Memorial High School. And in just a few moments, folks, a touching tribute to Mr. Rich Swift, who was the longtime athletic director here at Newark Memorial High School, longtime wrestling coach. Started all the way, PJ, back in 1976, well over 30 years here at this school. He coached so many players, touched so many people here in the East Bay. Tragically, he passed away this month on February the 13th. They had a nice moment of silence and a tribute to honor him before this match took place. It was just a very touching tribute, and nice to see everybody here in attendance, this packed house honoring Mr. Rich Swift.
Yeah, it was a very nice way to honor him. And although he's not here anymore, they have a great tournament director this year, and everything ran pretty smoothly.
And the officials for this match and the remaining matches throughout the evening will honor Mr. Rich Swift with his initials on their uniforms along with a blue whistle, the colors of Newark Memorial High School. Period number 3 underway, 4-0 in favor of Joey Vigil in the white uniform. Brian Guerrero in the navy.
Brian's looking for a switch, or he's grabbing the leg. The ref calls a stalemate as there wasn't any action.
Vigil out of Heritage High School, Guerrero out of Rancho Cotare. Vigil with an overall record of 34-4. Guerrero 23-5. PJ, if you're Brian Guerrero and you see your opponent at 34-4, what's going through your mind? That's an astonishing win-loss record.
Yeah, they're both very tough wrestlers. Brian came into this tournament the number 3 seed and had a good upset in the semis against a De La Salle kid, and Vigil came in the number 1 seed, and Brian seems to be holding his own a little bit in this match. And with a minute left, let's see if he can get it done.
You saw Vigil for a moment there going for that ankle, trying to twist Brian's body over, possibly get those shoulders down.
Yeah, Vigil's been doing a great job of riding on top, and they call him for stalling here because he's not getting off to the side.
And it looks like the officials signaled towards the nose, which indicates some blood on the mat. They're going to clean that up here at Newark Memorial High School. It's an amazing scene, folks. Earlier on, they had the consolation brackets going on. The wrestlers were facing off in their consolation matches. So there were a total of 3 mats lined up here vertically at Newark Memorial High School. They get rid of the 2 end mats, and they leave the center mat. They turn off the lights, and they bring in that big center light on the mat. Is there any better spectacle in terms of a championship match? You don't see this in football. You don't see this in baseball. But with a wrestling match like this, the crowd is in the darkness. You're out on that mat. I mean, what a feeling to be those 2 going for it right now. And the winner will earn that North Coast Section Championship.
You know, it's kind of nerve-wracking to be out there. I'm sure Brian and Vigil are very tense right now, you know, coming to the last few seconds of the match. But Vigil seems a little bit relaxed, and
you'd think at this point too, in period number 3, those nerves are probably set in. At this point right now, if you're Brian Guerrero, you're focusing on getting any type of points you can with just 42 seconds remaining in period number 3.
And Brian goes for a Granby almost, and Vigil cross faces him, holding his top position.
Vigil really in control throughout a majority of this match, really throwing his weight down on Brian. Brian struggled at moment so far. Can he have a flash of brightness in these winding seconds?
And Brian tries the Granby, and it doesn't end up working out. Vigil back on top with 1-0.
And that'll do it. And that'll do it. 4-0 as Joey Vigil defeats Brian Guerrero of Rancho Cotare High School. And Joey Vigil,
the champion
in our first event here this evening, captures the North Coast Section Boys Wrestling title at 113 pounds.
Good match.
He was really in control from the start of that match, PJ. He was able to keep his weight on top and really forced Brian to the ground. It didn't seem like Brian was able to get up or at least try to get back in the neutral position to gain some type of momentum.
Yeah, he kept a lot of pressure on Brian, not giving him any chances to get out or score any points. And Vigil wrestled a great match.
And just like that, we'll make our way to the second match here this evening. Moving upwards, now we'll go to 120 pounds. We have Nathan Cervantes of De La Salle coming in at 27-9, taking on Ricky Coster of Freedom High School at 39-7.
These are both tough wrestlers. The number 1 and 2 seed meet in the finals. Cervantes
out of De La Salle in the gray uniform with the green trim. Ricky Coster out of Freedom in the, it appears to be navy uniform with the letter F on the chest. And right now you see Cervantes pushed outside the ring. Out of bounds called. And with these particular matches, for those of you tuning in, it's very quick pace. They will move from weight class to weight class. We just wrapped up 113 pounds as Joey Vigil defeated Brian Guerrero, and now we're watching Nathan Cervantes of De La Salle versus Ricky Coster out of Freedom.
Right now it seems that they're stuck in the tie-up, and Cervantes looking for an inside tie.
You see Cervantes trying to get that left arm up underneath.
Yeah.
Possibly to get it around the neck and get a little more control around the upper body.
Yeah.
Unable to do so. As both wrestlers at this point in a bit of a stalemate at center circle with 38 seconds remaining in period number 1.
Cervantes motion in and out. Come back to a tie-up. Cervantes, few fakes.
And we're going to get a chance to witness the heavyweights here, obviously, as the night progresses, all the way up to 285 pounds. So, PJ, you know, when you take a look at the 120 weight class, for example, what are the differences in, say, a 120-pound wrestler compared to a 285-pound wrestler and the way they approach the match? What are some of the differences?
You know, it's almost like a totally different sport. Ladder weights, not to be very say it, but ladder weights usually quicker on their feet and in and out. Heavier guys usually stronger, work the tie-ups, and it's usually a lower scoring match. But some of these heavyweights will be exciting tonight, as well as the lightweights. So, in for a good night of wrestling.
No points earned by either player after period number 1. We move into period number 2, and it's Coster who gains momentum on top. As we see Cervantes up to his feet.
And they go out of bounds. Oh, go ahead.
Thrown viciously out of bounds. You don't have the luxury of those extra support mats now that they took those 2 outside mats away.
Yeah.
So you got to be cautious when
dangerous on the edge.
when you get that far outside the circle.
Yeah. Ricky Coster puts the legs in. He's going for a power half. Vicious on top right there.
And Nathan using that right hand to block his head or perhaps his right ear.
Yeah. Right there, some refs will call stalemates, and that's what just happened right now. Neither wrestler was making any move for improvement, so they're going back to the starting position, and we'll start over again right here with Ricky Coster on top.
You see Cervantes try to escape immediately once the official blew his whistle, but right back to the ground he goes with a $1.08 left to play here in period number 2.
Yep, and Ricky Coster's back in on the legs, trying to power half Cervantes, and another stalemate is called.
Pretty common, PJ, to see these stalemates here in the championship level, or is this something that's I guess, new?
It's come on a little bit. The refs usually call it just to promote like the wrestling and the action in the match. They just don't want it to be like stop, you know.
Keep the momentum going.
Keep the momentum
keep the action going.
Yep, action going.
Almost similar for those of you that are boxing fans. If boxers are jabbing or tying up one another, the official will come separate them.
Yep.
And bring them back towards the middle.
Yep.
As we see Cervantes and Coster go out of bounds. 31 seconds remaining in period number 2. And a quick move by Ricky Coster, swinging that right leg inside. We'll see if it gets him anything. 20 seconds.
Ricky Coster seems to be putting in the legs, using them pretty effectively, keeping Cervantes down on the mat. And as the clock winds down, Cervantes is coming out the back for a reversal. Will he get it?
Can he pull it off?
And Ricky Coster maintains his position on top.
And how about Cervantes right there, PJ, swinging his whole body over, avoiding the point, avoiding any type of, tragic mishap right there as we go to period number 3, tied up at 0.
Yeah, he was squirming around a little bit, just trying to get the advantage, maybe get a few points in before the end of the round. It looks like Ricky Coster got hurt out there. Maybe he twisted his knee or something.
Nathan Cervantes wiggling like a worm getting out of a hole as we head to period number 3, and Ricky Coster a little banged up at the end of period number 2. And it looks like the medical staff checking out what appears to be his left leg. Doesn't look too serious, and thankfully it's not, as he's back up to his feet. What's going through his mind is probably, it's the North Coast section boys championship for 120 pounds. I don't care if I'm injured. I'm going to finish this thing out. That's what's going through his mind.
Yep.
As we start period number 3, Cervantes on top yet again.
Cervantes digging for Cervantes with a tight waist, riding Ricky Coster pretty tight, and Ricky Coster Granby's, and they go out of bounds.
So hard to keep your opponent in bounds when trying to orchestrate a move like that, swinging the body over, trying to keep him inside so you can gain leverage to earn that point. But it's so hard when you have not only your body weight, but your opponent's body weight going out of bounds.
Yeah. It's really tough to stay in bounds, and looks like there's a caution on Cervantes for a false start.
And at the starting position like that, PJ, what are some of the requirements when you have your arm around the opponent's waist and on the elbow are 2 of the basic requirements?
Yes, you have to keep your hand on his belly button, and then your hand has to be on his elbow. And if it's up or down a little bit, the ref will call a caution. And right here, it looks like Cervantes was banged for a stalling call as he's just riding behind Ricky Coster. If you get 2, if you get 2 of those, it's a point. So he'll have to work for improvement right here for a turn.
1:17 left here in period number 3. And at this point, any point is crucial in this matchup.
Yep.
120 pounds. As both wrestlers go out of bounds yet again. 1:07 left. Cervantes out of De La Salle, Coster out of Freedom High School.
And Cervantes with a tight waist. He's riding Coster pretty well. Both wrestlers seem to have rid pretty well in this match. Let's see if Cervantes can ride Ricky out and maybe go for a turn in this round.
Cervantes holding on for dear life, trying to open up those arms of Coster as they go out of bounds. 39 seconds left in period number 3. You're tuning in to the 2013 North Coast Section Boys Wrestling Finals. A few moments ago, Joey Vigil defeated Brian Guerrero to capture the 113-pound weight class. You're tuning in right now to live coverage of the 120-pound weight class. Nathan Cervantes and Ricky Coster, 27 seconds left in period number 3.
And it looks like Cervantes there has a one-on-one single wrist. And as time winds down, it looks like he'll just and Ricky Coster goes for a Granby. Cervantes is holding on around the waist. Will he get it?
He's got that left leg wrapped.
He's turning. And time runs out.
Well, I tell you what, the fans knew it. They were getting into it. Those final 10 seconds, you saw Cervantes doing a balancing act on the top of his head.
As we go into overtime, it will be a 1-minute period now. First two scores will win the match.
Overtime we go for the North Coast section wrestling title, 120 pounds. Cervantes forced out of bounds once again. Coster applying the pressure up on the shoulders. Back at the neutral position. Here in overtime, these two wrestlers a little gassed now.
Cervantes in on a double leg, extended a little bit. Let's see if he can work to get up to his feet and finish it. And it's called a stalemate. Back up to their feet with 27 seconds left in this first overtime round.
Ricky Coster getting up a little gingerly right there. Perhaps fatigue starting to set in a little bit at this point in overtime.
Yep.
Coster using that right hand, trying to push down, see if he can shoot low.
Coster jacking him up, maybe going for a throw. And Cervantes in, and they go out of bounds.
For those of you, as mentioned, watching for the first time, wondering what the crew member is doing behind the officials on camera, they are tapping them on the back of the shoulder to indicate the end of the period. We have two officials here this evening. One obviously keying in on the match. So you'll see a crew member come out and tap the official on the back shoulder to indicate the period has come to a close. But in this case, where it's such a big match, that buzzer sounds. Typically everyone knows when it's over.
Yep. Now we got two 30-second periods. Each wrestler with decision. And
1 point rewarded.
Ricky Coster has won.
Coster able to get the crucial 1 point.
Coming into the second overtime 30-second period, Cervantes will have choice. And let's see if he can match Ricky Coster with a point.
What a move as Coster is able to get that key crucial point in overtime. And now it's going to be up to Cervantes to show up with an equalizer.
Yep. Cervantes up to his feet. Called potentially dangerous as Ricky Coster throws in the legs.
And to the folks at home, PJ, describe what a potentially dangerous hold might be.
A potentially dangerous hold is when one wrestler's in danger and the other one is in danger of hurting the other wrestler, and the ref just stops it and brings them back to the position they started in.
Usually around the head area, caution for the throat.
Or if they're up on their feet where one can get slammed or...
Stalemate called. Back to the center.
Ricky Coster's holding on here. Trying to keep his win. And Vigil in on the leg. He's going for a reversal. Ricky Coster might be called potentially dangerous.
3 potentially dangerous calls here in this overtime period. And there it is. How about that? As Ricky Coster in overtime defeats Nathan Cervantes 1-0 to capture the North Coast section boys wrestling title, 120 pounds. What a match. We see overtime here early on in tonight's festivities. Heck of a match, 1-0. That's a thriller right there.
Yeah, it was a well-fought match by both wrestlers. As we move on to the 126-pound bout tonight.
And away we go at 126 pounds. It will be Artemio Flores of James Logan at 26-5, taking on Logan 4 out of Windsor High School at 40-6.
Both very tough wrestlers. Artemio defeating the number 2 seed who Logan was able to get past in the semifinals tonight at their league.
Flores in the black jersey with the red trim, 4 in the light colored uniform. As we are underway in the 126-pound weight class. And if you're just tuning in, Joey Vigil defeated Brian Guerrero to capture 113 pounds, and just a few seconds ago, Ricky Coster knocked off Nathan Cervantes at 120 pounds, 1-0. Here we are at 126 pounds. It's Flores versus 4. It's James Logan versus Windsor High School. How about 4 trying to shoot the legs low right there? Nearly got it off.
Artemio in on the leg with double leg, strong finish. And he gets 2 points for that. Straight to a half, and he's putting low. Oh, and it's called nothing.
The official waved it off. Flores strikes first, 2-0, with 34 seconds remaining in period number 1.
Artemio riding tough on top.
You see Flores really applying a lot of pressure on the left arm of Logan 4. 4 able to break loose, get down on all fours. So Flores strikes first in period number 1, moving into period number 2 with a 2-0 lead over his opponent, Logan 4.
And Artemio defers it to Logan 4, who chooses the bottom position to start round 2. Logan quick up to his feet, and Artemio mat returns him. Injury time is called, as Logan may be hurt.
Yeah, Logan 4 took a vicious shot to the mat. You saw his body just really get thrown down. It almost appeared that it was his shoulder, perhaps, that hit the mat first as he remains down on the mat. And just a vicious shot. It took a lot of the impact on his knees as well.
Yeah. See what's wrong with him here soon. Hopefully he's all right, able to finish off the match.
For those of you just tuning in, Sean Hennessy here with you, joined along my left side, PJ Clee. We're broadcasting to you live from Newark Memorial High School in Newark, California. This is the 2013 North Coast Section Boys Wrestling Championship. And you're tuning in to the 126-pound weight class featuring Artemio Flores out of James Logan High School at 26-5, taking on Logan 4 out of Windsor High School, who is 40-6. And nice to see Logan 4 up to his feet, gets a standing O. Well deserved. Took a vicious throwdown right there, and rightfully so here, PJ. You see the medical staff checking his extremities, asking him questions, making sure basically he's all there and that he's okay.
Yeah. Yep. Looks like he'll be all right, be able to finish off the match.
And coming up next in the 132-pound weight class, it will feature Austin Solari out of Liberty and Diego Lazarez out of Castro Valley. And away we go back to the 126-pound matchup here in period number 2. It's 2-1.
Logan 4 with an escape, and Artemio with a quick takedown. And another mat return.
4 a little pumped up after that throwdown. Rushed back to the middle of the mat.
Artemio just grinding away, riding tough.
As it's now 4-1 in favor of Flores.
Artemio Flores with an armbar in right now. Loses it a little bit, and he goes for a cradle, and Logan's up to his feet. Another point. The score 4-2.
For holding on to Flores' left hand, trying to gain leverage. Swung out of bounds, back to the middle. 1 minute remaining in period number 2. The score is 4-2 in favor of Artemio Flores out of James Logan High School in the black uniform, 4 in the light colored uniform.
Artemio in and out with some quick fakes and slides Logan by to his back. And he gets a 2-point takedown for that.
2 points for Flores as 4 hit the mat. And it's now 6-2 in favor of Artemio. Quick 2 points right there, PJ, for Artemio, as now he starts to pull ahead 6-2. 24 seconds remaining here in period number 2. Crucial near fall for Flores. 15 seconds.
As Flores finishes out this round, he's able to keep Logan on the mat. And as it is now, it's his choice in the third period, and he chooses bottom.
So Flores chooses bottom. 4 will be on top. PJ, in your opinion, does 4 look a little shaken up from that injury, that injury timeout there? Does he appear to be all there?
He doesn't. He seems to be all right now. Artemio's he's a great wrestler, and we'll see how the end of the match goes. And they award Artemio an escape point as they go out of bounds in the neutral position.
So 1 point rewarded to Flores, who now leads 7-2 with 1 minute and 40 seconds left in period number 3.
Logan in on a double extended. Flores sprawling back. Let's see if he's able to spin around and back up to their feet in the neutral position. With a minute 20 left in this bout.
Logan 4 needs to make a move, and he needs to make it quickly. 1:12 left now in period number 3. Full house here at Newark Memorial High School. Watching these 2013 North Coast Section Wrestling Championships.
And Artemio Flores spins behind with another takedown for 2.
And how about Artemio? Another 2 points, really opening it up now 9-2 in his favor. The James Logan faithful expressing their joy as Flores appears to have control not only of 4, but of this match. As 4 goes out of bounds, 33 seconds left in period number 3.
4 is probably going to be looking for a big move coming up here soon as time winds down. It's the last hope. Artemio with the leg up in the air. High. 4 almost doing the splits. And he mat returns him back to the ground.
And how about the strength right there of Flores? Not only to hold your opponent's leg up, but to take him and then physically bring him back down to planet Earth the way he did. The kid's incredibly strong.
Yeah, he's a strong out.
3 seconds. You hear the fans getting into it. The whistle blows, 1 second remaining. And Artemio Flores can feel it. And it looks like the officials will call it right there. 9-2 as Artemio Flores defeats Logan 4 to capture the North Coast Section Boys Wrestling Championship at 126 pounds. Flores with a great showing of athleticism in that match, defeating 4 9-2. Now we move to 132 pounds. This will feature Austin Solari of Liberty High School at 42-5, taking on Diego Lazares from Castro Valley at 35-14. Lazares in the all-white uniform, Solari in the white and red uniform.
Solari with a quick takedown on the single leg on Lazares. and he puts in the legs on top as they're nearing the border of the mat.
And I tell you what, PJ, Solari struck quick. 2 points right from the get-go.
Yeah, he did.
As both wrestlers go out of bounds. Lazarez representing Castro Valley High School, Solari, Liberty High School, and typically most sporting events, the home team is usually the light-colored jersey or leotard in this case, but both these uniforms very similar to one another. More commonly referred to as a singlet in the wrestling world.
Yes.
So 1:05 left here in period number 1. But the point I was referring to is that both these singlets very similar in color. Typically you see a lighter versus darker color. These ones virtually the same, with Solari having that red and yellow trim along the side.
You're making it hard for the ref to call the points almost,
Making it hard for the broadcasters to call the points in some cases.
Yeah.
At 43 seconds left now in period number 1, Solari with a 2-0 advantage on Lazarus. And you see Solari
with the tilt, he goes out of bounds. They're brought back to the center with 25 seconds left. See if Lazarus can get up. And there's a caution called on Lazarus for a false start at the whistle. And they're brought back again to the center.
Because you need to have certain areas of the body touching. And the most common one that we see is the elbow. You have to have your hand on the opponent's elbow.
Yep. You have to have it on the elbow. And if he starts before the whistle is blown, sometimes they'll call a caution. And once you have 3 cautions, the other opponent will get 3 points. Will get a point, sorry. 3 cautions, 1 point.
And that'll do it for the first period here for the 132-pound weight class. Solari defers. Neutral position. Period number 2. 2-0 advantage for Solari.
Back in on that quick shot. Lazarus able to counter with a front headlock. Let's see if he can do something from here. Solari's just holding on to and they come back up to the neutral position as they're nearing the edge of the mat.
Lazarus really pacing himself, trying to search for that open pocket, trying to search for that hole to grab onto. Diego Lazarus a little cautious on the shoot. Now he finds himself in a bit of a pickle. And there it is.
Solari with a drag by for 2 points right there. Lazarus back on bottom.
And that's what I was referring to. Diego taking his time a little bit, and you saw Solari quickly capitalizing on it, moving much faster.
Yeah.
.109 left now in period number 2.
And there's the second caution for Lazarus. Crucial not to get another one, as he'll give up a point to Solari. As he comes up to his feet, Solari binds up his legs. He's going for almost like a Turk right here.
Solari really focusing on those legs. Now he lets open.
Pulling Lazarus back into bounds so he can maybe go for some near fall.
And the official points to the nose. We have a bloody nose and appears to be Lazarus. Blood stoppage for a moment. 42 seconds remaining in period number 2. 4-0 in favor of Austin Solari at 42-5. taking on Diego Lazarus out of Castro Valley at 35-14. PJ Clee to my left. I'm Sean Hennessy, broadcasting to you live here from Newark Memorial High School, bringing you the 2013 North Coast Section Wrestling Championships. And if you're just tuning in, at the 113-pound weight class, Joey Vigil defeated Brian Guerrero. 120 pounds, it was Ricky Coster over Nathan Cervantes. And just a few seconds ago, we wrapped up the 126-pound weight class. It was Artemio Flores who defeated Logan Ford. And here we are now at $132. It's Solari versus Lazarus with 42 seconds remaining in period number 2. Solari on top from the ground.
Solari goes to a quick chop to break Lazarus down. He seems to be riding pretty well this match, as Lazarus hasn't been able to get an escape. Let's see if he can work for something here. Solari throws in the legs as they near the edge of the mat. And will he get a turn?
He's searching for it. Solari's searching for it. Trying to swing Lazarus over. 10 seconds.
It almost looks as if Solari's going for a power half here on the edge of the mat. Let's see if he can get it as time's winding down.
So as we head to period number 3, it's still 4-0 in favor of Solari.
Solari gets a quick reversal right there on Lazarus as he goes to a switch. Once again on top, riding a wrist, looking to throw the legs in.
And PJ, a few moments ago, you were making the point of a power half. What is a power half to the folks at home? Describe it to them.
So a power half usually occurs when the top wrestler throws the legs in, and he goes underneath the far arm and over the head and tries to power the guy's arm while he's pushing his head down with his forearm. It looked like Solari was looking for that a little bit in the second period and also in the first. We haven't seen him been able to get that yet, but let's see if he can do it in the third.
And we have a brief stoppage, a blood stoppage here. It's 6-0 in favor of Austin Solari on top of Diego Lazarus. Solari out of Liberty High School. And it's been Diego Lazarus with the leaky faucet up top, as he has attended to. With $1:41 left to play here in period number 3. As mentioned on earlier in the broadcast, a touching tribute to the longtime athletic director here at Newark Memorial High School, Mr. Rich Swift, who sadly passed away on February the 13th of this month. Was a longtime athletic director and wrestling coach here at Newark Memorial High School, all the way back dating to 1976. A lot of his former wrestlers here at this venue paying their respects. A very nice tribute they put on for Mr. Rich Swift. Officials donning his initials on their jerseys along with a blue whistle, the colors of Newark Memorial High School.
Solari looks to have the arm on the back, maybe going for a turn here.
You see Solari focusing on that left hand. Right now Lazarus has that left hand trapped.
Yep. He's able to pull him back almost in like a tilt position where he's going underneath the other arm. And as they go out of bounds, he gets a couple near fall right there.
So a near fall, that's 2. And now it's Solari who's really opened things up. PJ, 8-0. That's going in his favor.
Yep.
Controlling Diego Lazarus. And a big-time throwdown right there by Solari.
Right now for Solari, this is a good spot for him as his team's competing for the team title. And he's up 8-0, which is a major, and you usually get more points for winning by more.
25 seconds remaining here in period number 3 at Newark Memorial High School. You're watching the 132-pound weight class. 10 seconds now, and it's all Austin Solari out of Liberty High School. Searching for that 132-pound North Coast section title, and there it is. Pump the fist, points up to the crowd. Austin Solari defeats Diego Lazarus by a final score of 8-0 to capture the 2013 North Coast Section Boys Wrestling Championship at 132 pounds. And PJ, away we go once again now, moving to 138 pounds. This match will feature Jacob McCullough, McElroy out of James Logan High School. So once again, Jacob McElroy versus Angel Beltran out of Granada High School.
Yes.
McElroy, James Logan, and you saw the other James Logan wrestler a few moments ago, Artemio Flores. They are wearing the black singlet.
Both wrestlers seem to come out pretty aggressive.
Angel Beltran in the lighter colored singlet with the stripe on the side. Here in period number 1, no score between McCooley and Beltran at 138 pounds. McCooley really holding on to that right leg, looking for an arm.
Has it up in the air, and he goes for a trip, and he gets his 2 points for a takedown.
Beautiful takedown right there. Beltran forced down, couldn't keep his balance.
Yep. They go back to the center with 1:20 left in this first period of 138 pounds.
So 2-0 here in period number 1 in favor of McCooley.
Beltran was able to get up with a quick escape, evening the battlefield with a 2-1 score.
Under a minute now in period number 1. Beltran going low right there. Looking for the takedown as both wrestlers go out of bounds.
McElroy doing a great job fighting off that single. Angel Beltran was in pretty deep. Looked like he almost had it.
Under 30 seconds left here in period number 1. It's 2-1. As Beltran picks up a point.
And McElroy's in on the legs. The last few seconds of the round, he's able to score 2. See if he can ride him out for the remaining 10 seconds.
Holding on around the waist and out of bounds. Beltran quick to his feet, and the buzzer sounds.
Beltran defers to Jacob McElroy. And he chooses the bottom position, looking for an escape here in the second period.
So Beltran up top now with control. And throws McElroy to the turf. My goodness, what a vicious throwdown. 4-1. Jacob McElroy here in period number 2.
Angel Beltran with a claw up on top. Maybe looking for a wrist. And he throws in the legs. And right as he gets in, he comes right out. And McElroy up to his feet with an escape. 5-1 score.
McElroy on top, 4-point advantage, 5-1, 1:12 left here in period number 2. You're watching the 138-pound weight class. It's James Logan versus Granada. James Logan, known as a powerhouse in the North Coast section for wrestling. We've seen two of their wrestlers here in the finals.
Yep. Jacob McElroy splitting the middle, looking for another 2 takedown on Angel Beltran, and he gets it with 45 seconds remaining in the second period.
McElroy doing work here early, 7-1 in his favor. Really putting the pressure on Beltran.
Yeah, Beltran right here has to look for an escape to get back in this match. See if he can do it with 34 seconds remaining in the second period. And as they near the edge of the mat, they go out of bounds with Beltran up on his feet.
.26 seconds left now in period number 2, and there's the escape. Beltran will earn 1. It's 7-2. Beltran needed that one, PJ. Needed something, some type of momentum builder as we get ready for period number 3.
As we go into the third period, I believe Beltran has choice. And he finishes he gets 2, the second period. Gaining momentum now on McElroy. Almost looking for near fall at the end of the second period. Beltran goes into the third period with choice. Chooses down. 7-4 score.
But how about Beltran right there, getting the near fall in the winding seconds of the second period. He needed that, PJ. He was down 7-1. Now it's a whole new match as he trails by 3.
Yep.
Another point rewarded for Beltran. With the escape, it's 7-5. The deficit cut to 2.
1 takedown, and he ties this up. Maybe put the match into overtime.
Beltran looking for the equalizer. Can he get it? 1:35 remaining in period number 3. McElroy shooting low.
McElroy and Beltran with some motion on their feet. McElroy in on a single leg. Can he finish it? He's got time. He's got it up in the air now. And he trips the single.
Throws Beltran down and widens the gap. It's now 9-5 as both wrestlers go out of bounds. McElroy holding on to that leg once again, going for that sweep, trying to get his opponent down to the ground, and it goes in his favor. He opens it up now. 4-point lead.
Yeah, that's a big takedown from McElroy right there. As he almost has the match. Beltran's going to have to get more than just 1 takedown now to tie it up.
Those escapes are nice, but at this point they're not going to help you. He needs to get that near fall and get back in this matchup as he trails by 3, 9-6 with 35 seconds remaining in period number 3. Beltran, you can just tell by his body posture, PJ, sets himself up as a much lower wrestler, lower to the ground in terms of his stance. McElroy really standing up, not so much vertical, but you can tell Beltran has the advantage in terms of the way he's able to get his body lower to the ground.
Yeah. McElroy's in on a single. There's 10 seconds left. 9-6 score. Let's see if Angel Beltran can pull something off here for the win. Shoots in. Shoots again.
McElroy holding him off. So Jacob McElroy able to hold off Angel Beltran and wins 9-6 to capture the 2013 North Coast Section Boys Wrestling Championship at 138 pounds.
2 wins for James Logan in the books here in the finals tonight.
James Logan looking very, very impressive here in these finals as we now move into the 145-pound weight class. It'll be Peyton Russum out of De La Salle at 28-11, taking on Nico Lang from Livermore High School at 21-6. Those De La Salle wrestlers donning the gray and green singlet, and Lang out of Livermore wearing the all-green singlet with the yellow trim. Lang most noticeably with that athletic tape up on his right shoulder. And PJ, from a wrestler's perspective, because you've done it so often, when you see an opponent that has athletic tape on a body part, does it cross your mind to aim for that or to shoot for that to expose his weakness?
As a wrestler, I mean, I don't try to do that. I try to use my technique more against them and focus less about that type of stuff. You know, in the finals, it's going to take more than just attacking someone's weak spot. You know, you have to have technique and finish through with your shots and your turns on top.
And of course, wrestling, a sport that is so much about technique, so vitally important, especially here in the finals. North Coast Section Wrestling Finals. PJ Klee to my left, I'm Sean Hennessy, bringing you the live play-by-play action here at Newark Memorial High School, period number 1, 145-pound weight class. It's Russum versus Lang, De La Salle versus Livermore.
And Livermore's Lang was in on a shot, brought back up to his feet. Shoots again.
And Russum holding him up by those shoulder blades. And both wrestlers now trying to get upright. And Lang lets go.
Peyton almost going for a throw right here. And as they go out of bounds, they're brought back to the center with 38 seconds left in this round. The 0-0 score.
So period number 1 at 145 pounds. No score. Russum, De La Salle, Lang, Livermore. De La Salle notorious for a football powerhouse. Anybody that's been around for the last quarter century hears De La Salle, they understand about their football program, but what a lot of folks don't realize too is they've got a heck of a wrestling program as well. They always produce a lot of kids that capture some of those weight classes for wrestling. So not only football, but wrestling as well.
And Russell was in on a shot right there. Lang counters with a wizard. And it goes into the second period with no score. Lang's choice differs to Russum, who chooses the bottom position.
So Russum on the bottom, Lang on top to start period number 2. No score between these two wrestlers.
Russum quick up to his feet. Mat return by Lang. And Lang puts a Turk in. Not able to finish it as they go out of bounds, and they're brought back to the center again.
.138 left now in period number 2. A few moments ago, we wrapped up the 138-pound weight class as McElroy defeated Beltran. Solari defeated Lazarus at 132 pounds prior to that.
And it's getting a little physical here as Russum came up to his feet with an escape. He was putting his hands in Lang's face.
So Russum earns the first point, 1-0. Lang looking for leverage. Trying to shoot Russum over.
And Lang is pushed out of bounds as Russum was in on a leg.
59 seconds remaining here. And period number 2 of this 2013 NCS Boys Wrestling Finals 145-pound weight class.
Some quick shots there. Lang on in a leg. Let's see if he can finish. He's flattened out by Russum. Comes back up. Almost looking for a split the middle right there. Can he finish it? And Russum gets out into the front headlock position where he's looking for a go behind. Lang back in on a leg. And Russum in the splits on the edge of the mat.
3 seconds.
Lang looking for a takedown, and he doesn't get it. Third period now. Lang's decision. Chooses bottom.
So Lang will go bottom. He'll have to wipe off his nose. And during a stoppage like this, PJ gives you a chance to kind of
recover a little bit.
Refresh.
Talk to your coach about maybe a little bit of game plan.
I was just going to say, most importantly, probably talk with your coach, get some strategy, especially heading into period number 3, just down by a point, in the case of Nico Lang. And as a wrestler, what type of advice are you looking for when you have a stoppage like this?
You're looking just for your coach to tell you that you can get up to your feet right here, even up the playing field, get a tied score, and then get a takedown and win the match in the third period here. Let's see if Lang can do it.
Nico Lang.
Russum riding pretty hard with a chop and a tight waist in.
Out of bounds across the far side of the mat. 1:43 remaining in period number 3. Peyton Russum with a slim 1-0 advantage as Lang is back to the floor.
Lang up to his feet. And he's mat returned out of bounds by Russum.
Vicious takedown. You hear the ooh from the crowd as everybody gets into it.
Yeah.
Russum back up to his feet.
Seems pretty bad from the crowd standpoint, but when you're out there, you're just adrenaline pumping, and it's not that bad. Lang brought back down to the bottom. He's looking for a switch. Russum follows behind.
.113 left here in period number 3. A 1-point advantage for Peyton Russum of De La Salle, holding on to the waist of Nico Lang. Under a minute now.
With such short time left, it's going to be crucial for Lang to get an escape and even up the score to put it into overtime. Or maybe get a reversal to jump ahead, or a takedown, or a stand up and a takedown. See what he does here. Quick up to his feet. Russum on the ankles. And Lang gets a reversal. Double up in the air, mat return. And let's see, are they going to go out of bounds? They go out of bounds.
How about Nico Lang, PJ, able to get up with the reversal, gets control, and he now takes the lead 2-1 over Russum here in period number 3. Wow.
Right now it's crucial for Lang to hold him down and Russum to get an escape and maybe even it up again and put it into overtime.
So much on the line here with a 1-point differential, just 36 seconds left.
Russum up to his feet. Lang looking for a mat return. Can he get it? Can he get it? He's called for stalling as he didn't make a good enough attempt to return Russum back down to the mat.
.24 seconds left in period number 3. Russum to the floor, Lang on top.
Russum goes for a Granby. Lang holds his arm. And Russum up to his feet. Lang holding on. 9 seconds. 8. Stalling point on Lang. 1 point awarded to Russum. It puts it into overtime.
As Russum ties it up, a stalling point to Russum. What happened right there?
Right there, he wasn't able to mat return Russum. And by not doing that, the ref awarded Lang a point because, or Russum a point because Lang was called for a second stalling call. And that's a criteria point. And
so now here we are, overtime.
Yeah. Let's see what. Lang's headgear falling off. Gonna readjust it, come back to the center.
It will allow Russum to catch a quick breather. You almost got to wonder at this point if you just want to keep going, if you'd like to finish out the match, you know.
Yeah. Russum with an ankle pick right when he stands up, breaking him down pretty well. Making it hard for Lang to get up to his base and get an escape. Let's see what happens here.
All those hours of conditioning, all those hours in the weight room, they come down to this, these final seconds. 9 seconds left in overtime, all tied up at 2. This is why you train the physicality between these two players. It's unparalleled right now. Tied up at 2. A great match between Russum and Lang.
And a point for Lang as he Granby's out. And Russum almost comes. Time expires. Second 30-second period is on now as Russum chooses the bottom position. Both wrestlers have been warned for stalling. So if they get warned again, it's going to be a point.
3-2 in favor of Nico Lang. He gets the escape. Can he hold on? Out of bounds.
Almost looked like Russum's just trying to run out. He's trying to get in his escape while Lang's following pretty well. Hopefully he doesn't get called again when he comes up to his feet for a stalling.
Russum looking for that escape. 10 seconds.
Yeah. Oh, and he might be looking for a reversal here with 8 seconds left. And Lang's able to hold on as time runs out. Lang gets the victory.
And it's over. Nico Lang defeats Peyton Russum 3-2 to capture the 2013 North Coast Section Boys Wrestling Championship at 145 pounds. What a match.
Next up at 152 pounds from Rancho Cotati, Joey Clay versus Tyler Rardin of Livermore.
So back-to-back Livermore wrestlers. Once again, Tyler Rardin donning the green singlet with the yellow trim. Joey Clay from Rancho Cotati and the navy singlet with the red trim. Rardin 40-3, Clay 36-2. Here for the 152-pound weight class. Both wrestlers right now in the neutral position, feeling each other out. Both searching for an angle.
It's Rardin with the first shot right there. Unsuccessful. But he took it, pulling down on the head now. Clay goes for something. And Rardin's in front headlock position, trying to snap Joey Clay back down to the mat as they near the edge. And out they go.
And out of bounds. If you're just tuning in, we just wrapped up a 145-pound weight class as Nico Lang defeated Peyton Russum. And now it's 152 pounds. It's Joey Clay of Rancho Cotati taking on Tyler Rardin of Livermore. Can Livermore capture back-to-back weight classes?
And Rardin with an inside trip to a takedown right there. It was a good combination by him. As they're brought back to the center, 2-0 with 29 seconds left in the first period. Rardin in the lead.
So 2-0 in favor of Joey Clay out of Rancho Cotati.
Of Rardin. This guy's one.
Correction is Tyler Rardin in the lead, 2-0. 19 seconds remaining. And there's the buzzer.
First period comes to close with Rardin in the lead, 2-0 over Joey Clay of Rancho Cotati. Joey defers to Rardin. Rardin choosing the bottom position going into the second round. He's up quick to his feet with an escape, increasing the margin 3-0. Rardin with a quick go behind there for another 2 points, increasing his lead a little bit more as he works on top of Joey Clay.
Rardin so quick right there, able to get around and spin his body to get that wrap up, to get that leverage. He now has control from the backside. Period number 2, 1:13 remaining.
Rardin in as the 2-on-1. He's almost looking for a tilt there. Stalemate is called, and they're brought back to the center of the mat with 1:07 left in the second round.
So Clay on bottom will try the escape, forced out of bounds. You're tuning in to the 2013 North Coast Section Boys Wrestling Finals. You're watching the 152-pound weight class featuring Tyler Rardin and Joey Clay. Right now it's Rardin with a 5-0 advantage over Clay here in period number 2. 50 seconds remaining.
Joey Clay working to get up to his feet right now from the bottom position. Rardin doing a good job riding, breaking Joey Clay down. Joey back up to his feet, and they go out of bounds, and they're brought back to the center with 33 seconds left in the second period. Joey Clay's in the bottom position, Rardin in the top.
Rardin in control with that 5-0 advantage. Looking for the escape.
Once again, they go out of bounds. 21 seconds left in the period. Joey Clay looking for an escape here to get momentum going against Rardin. Joey almost got an escape right there as Rardin was in a front headlock position as they went out of bounds. Joey back down. 8 seconds left. Can he get one? Rardin chops. And Joey's broken down.
So Joey Clay struggling through the first 2 periods. We'll have one more to make it up. 5-0 in favor of Tyler Rardin out of Livermore High School.
Joey Clay choosing the bottom position in the third period, hoping to get an escape. Comes up quick and he gets one. Can he get the momentum going here?
And he needed that one on the escape. But the question is, can Livermore capture back-to-back weight classes here in these NCS finals? Nico Lang a few moments ago at 145 pounds. Now it's up to Tyler Rardin here at 152 pounds.
Joey with the fake.
One minute, 9 seconds remaining in period number 3, 5-1 in favor of Rardin.
Both wrestlers looking for inside position here in the tie-up. Joey trying to clear away. Clay getting a little bit frustrated here. His Lang's able to tie him up. There's another point awarded to Clay as a stalling's called on Rardin. 34 seconds left in this match. Rardin up 5-2 against Clay.
And you see Rardin just pushing off Clay, trying to buy himself some more time. Can he hold on to this lead? 5-2.
Another points awarded to Clay for stalling on Rardin. 10 seconds left. Score 5-3.
That's back-to-back points for stalling.
Yep. Can Clay get a takedown here to tie it with 3, 2, 1? Time. Back-to-back wins for Livermore as Rardin is able to pull off a 5-3 win against Joey Clay.
So Tyler Rardin defeats Joey Clay, and Livermore captures back-to-back weight classes. Now 152 pounds in the books. 2013 NCS Boys Wrestling Champion Tyler Rardin defeats Joey Clay. Up next now, making our way to the 160-pound weight class. It'll feature Kyle Campiotti out of Granada High School taking on Dominic Merlot out of Healdsburg. Campiotti 35-6, Merlot 41-5. The officials checking with some of the crew members here. At Newark Memorial High School, PJ Klee to my left. I'm Sean Hennessy. We're broadcasting to you live from Newark Memorial High School as we get ready to start the 160-pound weight class here in these 2013 North Coast Section Boys Wrestling Finals. Campiotti versus Merlot. It's Granada versus Healdsburg.
Campiotti in on a double leg, and they go out of bounds as Merlot is able to wizard him out.
Merlot in the light-colored singlet. Campiotti in the gray and red singlet along the left side. Switch that around. Correction on the call. Campiotti is in the white singlet. Merlot is in the gray and red.
Campiotti's he's able to catch him in a almost like a headlock with the leg in, and he puts Merlot on his back. Only able to score 2 points right there for the takedown.
And the score is 4-2.
It looks like the scoreboard is wrong.
Yeah, they've been having some issues.
Trouble down there.
We actually have been looking at the scoreboard, and I believe they've actually switched around the opponents, because when you typically look at a roster sheet, depending on what sport it is, the away player, or in this case the darker colored uniform player, is always on top, and the home team is usually on the bottom. In this case, the home wrestler always on the bottom, but the scorekeepers have been switching it around. So we do apologize for the confusion on the call, trying to match the players' jerseys, or their singlets, if you will. We'll get that all figured out for you. 14 seconds remaining in period number 1. The score is being adjusted as we speak.
It's 4-0. It's Campiati. Was able to get a takedown and 2 near fall in the first round. Merlot switches. Campiati holding on to the leg. Can he break away? No points are rewarded to Merlot as the round comes to an end. So Campiati defers to Merlot. Merlot choosing the bottom position going into the second round.
So Campiati up 4-0 as we start period number 2 here at Newark Memorial High School. You're watching the 160-pound weight class.
Merlot reaching back to the head. Campiati with a tight waist. Merlot's almost looking, he looks for a switch right here. Can he get it? He's going. Campiati's able to maintain the top position here.
Campiati using his strength just to hold Merlot down. Dominant so far through a period and a half. He leads 4-0, 1:15 remaining in period number 2.
Campiati with a tilt. Almost scoring near fall here on Merlot. Are they going to call it? Nothing yet. Merlot still not exposing. And Campiati returns to the top position with 42 seconds remaining in the second period. A score of 4-0 in favor of Campiati. And this time, Campiati is able to get the tilt, scoring near fall on Merlot. Refs holding 3 near fall as the period comes to an end. Campiati may be looking for a fall here. Nope. Merlot reverses Campiati.
How about
a few
that?
Seconds left.
Able to get out of it right there at the last second.
Right there, they awarded Campiati the 3 near fall, and they says he still had control as Merlot reversed him to his back, so no points were awarded.
So Merlot on top, Campiati on the ground as we start period number 3, 7-0 in favor of Kyle Campiati out of Granada High School.
At the start of the third period, 7-0 in favor of Campiati. Merlot in the top position. Campiati quick up to his feet. And he scores 1, increasing his lead to 8-0.
The officials still working with the clock operators here at Newark Memorial High School as they try to adjust the score, but it does stand 8-0 in favor of Campiati.
Yeah, Campiati actually was able to just get a quick takedown on Merlot after that escape. I think it should be 10-0 right now. Campiati standing at a major decision. ,50 seconds remaining now in period number 3. It's all Kyle Campiati.
representing Granada High School proudly. As the scoreboard refreshes and now shows 10-1 in favor of Kyle Campiotti over his opponent, Dominic Merlot.
Campiotti riding with a leg in on the edge of the mat. Can he score some near fall here? He goes for a spladle on Merlot. And can he pull him in bounds to score some near fall? And they go out of bounds. A score of 10-0 in favor of Campiotti.
So it is 10-0. Once again, folks, we do apologize. We are doing our best to keep track of the score here at Newark Memorial High School, having some issues with the primary scoreboard here in the arena. Escape. Merlot rewarded one, and that'll do it.
With a major decision for Campiotti. The score is 10-1. He wins the 160-pound bout, the NCS Championships.
Campiotti knocks off Merlot to capture the 2013 NCS Boys Wrestling Championship, 160 pounds. Now we make our way to 170 pounds, getting a little bigger here as we take a look at Aaron Peace out of De La Salle at 31-9, taking on Tanner Blank out of Liberty High School at 41-6. The De La Salle wrestlers donning that gray and green singlet. Tanner Blank wearing the white singlet with the maroon and yellow trim.
Both wrestlers coming out physical. De La Salle shooting Liberty. Liberty's Blank out of bounds. They come back to the center with 1:30 left in the first period.
Five weight classes remain after this. We're currently at the 170-pound weight class. First period, 1 minute, 15 seconds remaining. Between Pease and Blank, it's De La Salle versus Liberty.
Both wrestlers looking for an advantage here. Peace with a 2-on-1 snap to a shot, and he shoots him Blank back out of bounds. And they come back to the center with 1 minute left in the first period.
Neutral position once again. And for the folks at home, PJ, the officials, in terms of a stalemate, when they call it, first off, why do they call it, and what do they see the wrestlers doing?
When a stalemate is called, both wrestlers, they usually aren't progressing, and it's kind of a position that's like locked, and there's no progress that's going to be made from that position. So they stop it and bring it back to the starting position where progress will be made and points will be scored. So that's what the refs see. Usually no progress will be made. Right there, Peace with the takedown. 13 seconds left in the period.
So Peace earns two, under 10 seconds left here, opening period. So Aaron Peace, 2 big points in period number 1. They came in the latter portion of period number 1. And Aaron Pease elects to go to the floor. Or Pease on top, rather, Blank to the floor.
Peace with a mat return on Blank. Tight waist chop right here. Looking for almost like a 2-on-1 tilt.
Out of bounds, 1:37 remaining in period number 2. It's Aaron Pease from De La Salle High School at 31-9, taking on Tanner Blank from Liberty High School at 41-6. Scoreboard shows 2-1 in favor of Aaron Peace.
Stalling call on red. Blank from Liberty as Peace is pushing him out of bounds.
And
2-1 score now. Blank came up to his feet.
Under a minute left here in period number 2. Peace just trying to grab the arms, looking for that low shoot. Instead, it's Tanner Blank going low. And out of bounds.
Brought back up to their feet with 30 seconds left in the second period. Peace with a 2-1 advantage over Blank.
Back to the neutral position, 2-1 in favor of Aaron Peace.
Blank in on a single leg on Peace. Will he finish it? 5 seconds left. 3, 2, 1. Going into the third period, Peace's choice. He chooses the bottom position. Blank on top.
So Peace with this slim advantage, 2-1. Final period. Peace to his feet momentarily. Back up. And out of bounds.
Blank looking for a turn right here. If he can't do that, he'll have to find another way to get the advantage on Peace. Blank trying to throw the legs in. Not successful. Peace up to his feet on the edge of the mat. And Blank bringing him out of bounds. Back to the center of the mat. Advantage 2-1 Peace. 1 minute 35 seconds remaining in the third period.
This is the 170-pound weight class. What's on the line? Only the 2013 North Coast Section Wrestling title at 170 pounds. 1 point separates these two wrestlers. Out of bounds once again, back to the floor. Peace on bottom, Blank on top. $1:18 remaining in period number 3. The coaching staff of Liberty barking out some last-second calls to Tanner Blank.
Peace able to get up to his feet on Blank. Now increasing the margin 3-1. All Blank needs is a takedown to tie it up. With a minute left in the third period. Blank in on a leg. Peace with a go behind. Can he get it? It's almost there, almost there. And he's awarded 2 takedowns, increasing his lead to 5-1 over Blank.
Aaron Peace really opening things up now. PJ, just 40 seconds remaining.
Yep. Blank back up to his feet with 1. Score 5-2. Blank will be looking for a big move here. Trying to win the match or put it into overtime. He's almost got it. Back in the neutral. Ooh, they're getting physical. Peace pushes him out of bounds. They come back to the center. 5-2 score. 14 seconds remaining. Blank is going for a throw. Can he get it? He's defending well.
Very well, as Aaron Peace defeats Tanner Blank 5-2. And he captures the 2013 North Coast section boys wrestling title at 170 pounds to Aaron Peace out of De La Salle. Up the weight class we go, PJ. 182 pounds. This will feature yet another De La Salle Spartan, Devin Alio, taking on Jacob Clark out of Fort Bragg High School. Alio 34-6, Clark 36-5. Clark wearing the purple singlet, Alio in the gray and green singlet, commonly seen here this evening out of De La Salle High School. 182-pound weight class. Alio looking for position up top. Both wrestlers separate back to neutral. 1:04 remaining in period number 1.
Clark in on a shot. Up to his feet with a single leg. Ayo fighting it off well.
Clark looking for that takedown. Has that left leg locked up.
Devin Ayo with the wizard. And they go out of bounds there. And they're brought up back to their feet.
So back to neutral with 28 seconds left in period number 1.
Devin controlling that 2-on-1 tie-up right there.
No score here in period number 1. Under 10 seconds.
Double. And Devin going for a head and arm. No score. No. And as there's a flurry at the end of period 1. No score on the board, as neither wrestler had control.
So Devin to the floor, Jacob on top to start period number 2. No score. It's De La Salle versus Fort Bragg here in this 182-pound weight class.
Devin up to his feet. Looking for a one escape here. And he gets it. Scoring first point in this match at 182 pounds. Devin going double overhooks, looking for a throw.
And correction on the pronunciation, Devin Alo. Devin Alo out of De La Salle High School. Correction on the pronunciation. With a slim 1-0 advantage. Period number 2, 50 seconds remaining.
Devin Alo called for a stalling, but he comes with a quick takedown on Clark. Increasing his lead 3-0 at the close of the second period. Can he ride him out? Clark up to his feet.
2 more crucial points going in the way of Devin Alo.
Clark throwing the Devin throwing the legs in. Looking for a power half right here.
Second period in the books. Alo 3, Clark nothing. So it'll be Devin, correction, Jacob Clark to the floor. De La Salle coaching staff talking with the officials, a little frustrated along the near side of the mat. Alo trying to use that left hand and lift Clark over.
So a little flurry there. No score on the board. Devin is able to stay behind, control top position. He's looking for a tilt here, score some near fall points. Can he get it? 1. And he only got a 1 count on that. No near fall given. Clark reaching back, looking to put Devin on his back.
42 seconds remaining in period number 3. And blood now coming from the nose of Jacob Clark out of Fort Bragg High School. He'll have that wiped up. 36 seconds left to play here in period number 3. I'm Sean Hennessy, joined alongside me, PJ Clee. We're broadcasting to you live from Newark Memorial High School. This is the 2013 North Coast Section Boys Wrestling Finals. And PJ, we've made it all the way up to 182 pounds. Started this bad boy off, seems like eons ago, at 113 pounds. So now here we are, 182-pound weight class. Seen some James Logan wrestlers in there. We've seen some De La Salle wrestlers in there. And of all the matches we've seen so far, which one has impressed you most up to this point?
There's been a lot of impressive matches. The 126-pound bout is pretty impressive. I think it was the James Logan kid. He did pretty well against 4 of Windsor. Artemio Flores had a great match against Logan 4.
And right now, Devin Alo, I beg your pardon, holding on now to a 1-point lead as time expires. A hair too late for Jacob Clark as Devin Alo captures the 182-pound weight class here for the North Coast section. Now we move up towards the big boys, 195 pounds. It's Jason Price out of McKinleyville taking on Clayton Hartwell from James Logan. Hartwell in the black singlet with the red trim. Price from McKinleyville also donning the black singlet, but with the thicker red trim along the side. Price a senior, Hartwell a junior.
Price with a quick takedown.
First McKinleyville wrestler that we've called here in these finals.
Yep, first to make it to the finals.
And a very strong near throwdown a few moments ago by Hartwell.
Looks like this Price is throwing in the legs, looking for a cradle. Hartwell up to his feet.
Back to the neutral position we go.
1 minute left in the first period. Price up 2-1 on Hartwell, excuse me.
Hartwell looking for that arm. Trying to bring Price in for the takedown. Unsuccessful with 30 seconds remaining in period number 1.
Hartwell with a throw on the edge of the mat. No points awarded as it is out of bounds.
James Logan coaching staff a little frustrated that last call.
Yeah.
Perhaps thinking that both shoulder blades hit the mat there on the outside, but almost out of bounds. That's what their argument was.
Yeah. Right on the edge there. It went out.
Ten seconds left now in period number 1. Between Price out of McKinleyville and Hartwell from James Logan.
Hartwell in on a shot.
As the buzzer sounds.
Price in the lead. 2-1 after the first period. Hartwell with choice. Choosing bottom going into the second period.
So Price with a slim 2-1 advantage. Representing McKinleyville High School. He'll be on top to start period number 2.
Price locks hands as he returns Hartwell to the mat. 1 point given to Hartwell for the legal clasping. Hartwell looking for a switch here.
And Price opting to go to the floor quickly.
Back to the center, now with a tied-up score, 2-2. Hartwell in the bottom position. Price on top. 1 minute, 30 seconds left to go in the second period.
All tied up at 2. Both these players, or wrestlers rather. Singlets very similar in color, almost difficult to make out which wrestler is which.
Yeah. As they go out of bounds once again, Hartwell almost gets a 2 reversal. Hartwell up to his feet with the 1 escape, gaining the lead 3-2 over Price. Price in on the leg, Hartwell rolls. Price get the takedown, he rolls, he's almost on his back. There's near fall for Hartwell with a 2 takedown. And the ref's holding 3 near fall for Hartwell, which will extend his lead to an 8-2. He's looking for a pin here. Does he have it?
Hartwell trying. Got it! First pin of the evening.
Yep, first pin at 182 pounds from Hartwell, or 195 pounds.
So Clayton Hartwell pins Jason Price. Hartwell out of James Logan High School captures the 2013 North Coast Section Boys Wrestling Championship at 195 pounds. He gets it with the pin. Let's cross over 200 pounds, huh, PJ? Here we go now. 220 pounds. We're getting big. It's Nathaniel Keeve from Terra Linda at 41-2, taking on Aiden Lacey from Sonoma High School at 47-5. Aiden Lacey in the black singlet with the green trim. Nathaniel Keeve out of Terra Linda High School in the blue singlet with the yellow trim. Opening period here at 220 pounds.
Keeve pounding on the head of Lacey. Looking for shots here. Lacey in the black singlet from Sonoma. Keeve in the blue singlet with the yellow Trojan on the back from Terra Linda.
Under a minute remaining now in period number 1. We've reached the 220-pound weight class. After this match, just 2 to go at 285 pounds, and then the final match of the evening will go backwards at 106 pounds. But this right now, 220 pounds. It's Keeve of Terra Linda taking on Lacey of Sonoma with 30 seconds remaining in period number 1. Keeve letting go, using that right arm to get around the neck. Under 15 seconds.
Keeve looking for a takedown here. And they go out of bounds with 5 seconds remaining in the first period. Score 0-0.
Buzzer sounds, end of 1, all tied at 0 as we get ready to start period number 2. On the bottom will be Aiden Lacey, up top Nathaniel Keeve.
Keeve of Terra Linda with a nice mat return on Lacey. Lacey back up to his feet.
I'll tell you what, PJ, that's not easy at 220 pounds. Keeve
getting off bottoms.
Picking up Lacey, getting him up that high. That's
yeah,
pretty impressive in terms of the overall strength right there.
Takes a lot of strength to do that. Lacey able to get up to his feet with the one escape.
Now with 1 minute and 20 seconds left to play in period number 2. Keeve pushes off. Both wrestlers go out of bounds. Back to neutral.
Keeve in on the legs of Lacey. Once again, they go out of bounds.
Lacey coming back up to his feet rather grimacing a little bit. Appears to be all right. Under a minute now left in period number 2.
Stalling call on Lacey, as he's not improving his position here. And Keeves rather taking the more offensive approach.
28 seconds left. Period number 2, back to neutral at 220 pounds. Keeve, Terralinda, Lacey, Sonoma.
Keevan on the legs, looking for his first score on the board. He's not able to get it again as they go out of bounds. They're brought back up to neutral with 8 seconds remaining in the second period.
Now we move to period number 3.
Keeve in the bottom position. Lacey on top. Keeve right up to his feet with the 1-point escape, tying it up.
So Keeve ties it up at 1 now. Period number 3, low-scoring affair in this 220-pound weight class. Back to neutral, both wrestlers go. Tied at 1.
1:20 left in regulation time.
Lacey taking his left hand and really trying to push Keeve to the floor. Unsuccessful. And PJ at this point spending a lot of time up top on their feet from a wrestler's perspective. I guess what's more exhausting, having that matchup upright face-to-face or taking the battle to the floor?
That's really interesting that you bring up that question. At the heavier weights, I believe it's tougher to be on bottom because you got to get the weight off of you and get up to your feet. But at the lower weights, it's usually more exhausting on your feet as you're moving quick. Right here, Lacey has dinged a point as Keeve was given a stalling point against Lacey.
So Nathaniel Keeve now, with under 40 seconds remaining in period number 3, leads 2-1 over Aiden Lacey.
Can he pull off a victory here? Small margin. Lacey trying to get something. Keeve holding on.
10 seconds. And that'll do it.
Keeve wins the match on a stalling call there.
Not the way that Lacey would like to see it finish, but Nathaniel Keeve comes out victorious 2-1, and he captures the 220-pound weight class here in the 2013 North Coast Section Boys Wrestling Final. Get ready to feel the ground shake. We're at 285 pounds. It's Dylan Walsh of Las Lomas at 33-5, taking on Jacob Clausen out of Newark Memorial High School, 35-5. The lone Newark Memorial wrestler. He'll have that home crowd on his side. Clausen donning the blue and yellow singlet. Dylan Walsh from Las Lomas, the black singlet at 285 pounds. Here we go. One match left after this. We'll backtrack and go to 106 pounds to finish our evening here at Newark Memorial High School. But right now it's the 285-pound weight class. It's Walsh versus Clausen. Las Lomas versus Newark Memorial.
Walsh and Clausen working for inside position here. Clausen getting on Walsh's head, trying to pull him down. And there's your first stalling call at this heavyweight bout. Called against Clausen, as Walsh is just pushing him backwards.
Walsh trying to push the head down of Clausen, take him to the ground, and try to gain some leverage.
Yeah, Clausen continues to back up. Walsh maybe a little bit bigger. There's your second stalling call. 1 point awarded to Walsh for stalling.
Clausen slips out of the hold.
Clausen needs to make up some ground here. Score a few points on Walsh. It looks like they go out of bounds with 8 seconds remaining in the first period. 1-0 lead for Clausen.
Coaching staff of Dylan Walsh from Las Lomas High School looking for some clarification from the officials.
Walsh going for like a head pinch right there, trying to whip Clausen to his back.
And now we move to period number 2. Here in this 285-pound weight class, Jacob Clausen with a 1-0 advantage. Clausen to the floor, Walsh on top. Walsh immediately going for the right leg. Clausen doing everything in his power, trying to escape.
Tough job on bottom when you have a 285-pound guy on top of you, trying to keep you down. Takes a lot of strength to get up and get out. And Clausen was looking for a reversal there, but he gets one, tying up the score. He's going for a head and arm now. Can he get it? Both wrestlers going for a head and arm. And Walsh gets a 2-point takedown against Clausen.
So how about that? Walsh taking the lead 3-1 here in period number 2. Just over a minute remaining. And Jacob Clausen right there, PJ, a little slow to get up, favoring that left shoulder. You see him waving it around. And he's going to the floor. Last place you want to be to put all that weight down.
Yeah.
Showing some strain in that left shoulder. We'll see if it affects him right here. He trails 3-1.
Tries to make his way back up to his feet once again. Walsh is breaking him down with the ankle.
.30 seconds remaining as Walsh pushes Clausen out of bounds. Walsh looking over at his coaching staff, getting some instruction as he remains on top. Clausen to the floor. 10 seconds.
Is he clasping? It's not. Clausen goes for a reversal. Unable to get it. Ends the round. Going into the third period. Walsh's choice. He picks neutral with a 3-1 lead over Clausen of Newark Memorial. So the NCS 2013 host school.
So back to neutral they go. We'll see if this favors Clausen, Jacob Clausen. Here in front of his home crowd. Trails by 2, 1:40 left to play in the third period. As Dylan Walsh looks to seal the deal.
Both wrestlers looking a little bit tired here. Keep driving. And they go out of bounds and are brought back to the center with 1 minute and 21 seconds left. Can Clausen pull it off, put it into overtime with the takedown here.
Walsh 33-5 on the season. Clausen 35-5. And there's now just over a minute left here in period number 3. Walsh with a slim advantage and Clausen trying to go low. If you're Clausen here, PJ, 40 seconds left. Looking for that near fall, tie it up.
Yeah, he's just got to get one takedown right here. You tie it up and put it into overtime. See if he can do it. He's got 30 seconds. It's going to be tough. He shoots in. And he's driven out of bounds.
He looks pretty tired at this point. Jacob Clausen using a lot of energy in that last shoot.
Yeah. Both wrestlers looking a little bit tired here. 20 seconds left. Can Clausen get a takedown?
There it is. At 285 pounds, Dylan Walsh comes out victorious. He defeats Jacob Clausen and is your 2013 North Coast Section Boys Wrestling Champion. 285 pounds.
Now we're back at 106 pounds.
And the final match on this evening's slate. 106 pounds and considered by many amongst the crowd to be possibly one of the best matchups here.
Yep.
As we've got Perez versus Ludi. Perez out of Windsor High School, Ludi out of American High School. Listed as Perez from Windsor High School. At 42-4, Jared Ludi, 34-4. And you may have just heard the PA announcer. Jared Ludi, just a freshman here in these finals, taking on a junior in Perez.
Perez in on a shot. And Ludi puts Perez to his back. He gets 2 takedown. No near fall called.
Ludi in the navy and red singlet, Perez in the light color singlet.
Ludi the underdog in this match. Coming in against the number 1 seed, Perez out of Windsor.
And you figure just an underdog as a freshman, too, taking on a junior with 3 more years of high school wrestling experience. Yep. As you see Perez struggling to
Ludi
break
looking
loose.
for a turn on top. He gets a turn. There's 2 near fall. Ludi increases the gap in the score from 2-0 to 4-0 against Perez. And there's a caution.
How about Jared Ludi coming out strong here in period number 1, opening it up 4-0. The freshman on top of the junior. There's the escape by Perez. He'll get 1 on the board. Much needed escape with 20 seconds left to play in period number 1.
.14 seconds remaining in the first. Ludi up, a score of 4-1 against Perez.
And that'll do it for the first period. I'll tell you what, PJ, how about this kid, Jared Ludi? You mentioned it, the underdog in this matchup.
Yep.
Coming out swinging 4-1, really picking up some early points.
Yeah. He's doing well so far. Let's see if he can maybe work another turn on top here against Perez. Is he going to go to it? He's got a 2-on-1 right here. Looking for a roll through tilt, which he hit in the first period, getting 2 near fall. He hits it again. He hits it. And he's got another 2 near fall. Increasing his lead 6-4. 6-1. And they go out of bounds. Coming back to the center. 1:30 left. Ludi 6-1.
Ludi holding on strong with 1 minute and 10 seconds left here in period number 2.
He's going for a turn here. And they go out of bounds. Brought back to the center with 1 minute and 3 seconds left in the second period in favor of Jared Ludi from American High School.
And this being the final match.
Again, roll through tilt. He's got holding 3 near fall right there.
And if that score stands correct, it's all Ludi, 9-1. With just over 30 seconds remaining here in period number 2. Can the freshman get it done?
Perez looking for a reversal here or an escape. Can he do it? With 8 seconds left, a stalling call on Ludi. He needs to work up the body. And
End
again.
of 2. End of 2 as we get ready to start the third. And what might seem to be the final period of the evening.
Ludi with a big advantage here, ahead by 8 points.
And PJ, I think Ludi just came out full steam ahead. He just really started off strong, got the momentum going.
He had a great roll through tilt on top.
Got the crowd behind him a little bit too.
Yep.
It's amazing what all these people can do when they start rooting for you.
Yeah.
Give you a little extra motivation.
Yep. And Ludi with another takedown. increases the score 11-1.
Another 2 points for the freshman. Just dominating this match, taking care of Perez.
1 minute left, third period. Ludi up 11-1 against Perez from Windsor. Let's see if he tacks on a few more points with his roll through tilt that we've seen earlier in this match.
We've seen it a couple times.
Yep.
It's been successful for the freshman Jared Ludi, who is 43 seconds away from capturing a North Coast section title at 106 pounds.
And there's a reversal right there for Perez, closing the gap a little bit. A score of 11-3 now.
But it may be just a hair too late.
Perez has near fall now. 3 near fall. Score of 11-6.
One rewarded to Ludi on the escape. 3 seconds. 2.
12-6.
And there it is, the underdog. Jared Ludi, the freshman, takes care of Perez, the junior, and Jared Ludi out of American High School is your 2013 North Coast Section Boys Wrestling Champion for 106 pounds. Folks, we're going to step aside for a brief moment, catch a quick breather. When we come back, we'll have our PlayOnSports.com post-game show along with the award ceremony here at Newark Memorial High School. Stay tuned.
We can get a player up here.
Oh, that's good stuff.
All right, perfect. Prepare a Wiley Ballard graphic.
Do you want me to start the stream?
Start the stream. Camera 3. Beautiful. We're coming in on 1. For more information on how your school can join the Play On School broadcast program, go to playonsports.com/SBP.
Welcome back to the PlayOnSports.com post-game show, broadcast to you live here at Newark Memorial High School. Sean Hennessy here with you as the victorious wrestlers will make their way over to the podium as we wrap up action here in the 2013 North Coast Section Boys Wrestling Finals. What a slate we had here this evening. Let's give you the recap, going all the way back to our 6 o'clock start at 113 pounds as Joey Vigil defeated Brian Guerrero. Vigil out of Heritage High School capturing the 113-pound weight class. At 120 pounds, it was Ricky Coster from Freedom High School defeating Nathan Cervantes. We moved into the 126-pound weight class where Artemio Flores took care of Logan Four. Flores out of James Logan High School at 126 pounds. And then we went to the 132-pound weight class where it was Austin Solari who defeated Diego Lazarus at 132 pounds. Solari out of Liberty High School at 138 pounds. It was Jacob McElroy from James Logan who defeated Angel Beltran. And then we advanced to 145 pounds where it was Nico Lang out of Livermore who defeated Peyton Russum. Then at 152 pounds, it was Tyler Rardin who knocked off Joey Clay. Rardin out of Livermore High School, back-to-back victories right there for Livermore with Lang and Rardin to capture 152 pounds. At 160 pounds, it was Kyle Campiotti defeating Dominic Merlot. Campiotti out of Granada High School capturing 160 pounds. And then at 170 pounds, Aaron Pease defeated Tanner Blank. Pease out of De La Salle at 170 pounds. 182-pound weight class. Devin Aiello from De La Salle defeated Jacob Clark at 195 pounds. It was Clayton Hartwell who defeated Jason Price. Hartwell from James Logan earning the only pin on the evening as he was able to take down Jason Price at 195 pounds. Then we moved over towards the big boys at 220 pounds. It was Nathaniel Keeve who defeated Aiden Lacey. Keeve from Terra Linda High School earned the 220-pound weight class. And then 285 pounds, it was Dylan Walsh from Las Lomas who defeated Jacob Clausen to earn 285-pound weight class. And just a few moments ago, the big upset, it was the freshman Jared Ludy from American High School who defeated Perez at 106 pounds. Congratulations to all those wrestlers here this evening. A tremendous showing by everyone as now we see all the wrestlers at the podium donning their medals and North Coast Section championships. Crowd on hand watching in. A tremendous moment for everyone involved. Folks, that's going to wrap up our coverage here at Newark Memorial High School. I'd like to thank everyone for tuning in. Thank you for spending your Saturday evening with us. I'd like to thank my analyst, PJ Klee, my producer, Brad Youngquist, and my camera operator, David Custon, and all the good folks here at Newark Memorial High School for putting on a fabulous wrestling tournament here in 2013. That's going to do it. I'm Sean Hennessy saying good night. And make sure you tune in next week because we're your home, your destination for high school sports. PlayOnSports.com. Good night.
One match away from immortality.
This is a total team effort.
We're going to come at you.
One shot.